Hello, my desktop publishing students. This is part 2 of assignment 84, the first quarter budget. Now, this time it has asked us to create a new chart that compares the sales and marketing and the research development budgets. All right, so first of all, we are going to click in cell A5 and hold down your shift key and click in C12. So note that we've taken the titles with us because we're going to need them. So A5 to C12, and we've got the two series. All right, and it asks us to press function key F11, your favorite key, and there's your chart, right? Okay, so the very first thing that it says, instead of having this is a clustered column chart, but it's a 2D. So we're going to right click, go to change chart type, and we want to choose the 3D clustered column, not the 2D. All right, and there's what we want. And so now we have a 3D chart. Okay, clustered column chart. Now, in your instructions, it forgets to say to you, select one of the data series. So click on the blue series, the sales and marketing, and it says go and choose. You can choose anything you want. It says full cone, but you can choose whatever it is that you want. And then click on your second series and choose a full cone for that one also, or whatever you want to choose. It doesn't matter. All right. So you've selected that, and now for the title, it tells you to key in budget comparison. So you're going to type in budget comparison. All right, and we'll go shift home and size up. Oh, I think we got lots of room here, so I think let's go to about size 24. And choose a color of your choice. I think I'll go with the gold again. We'll see, we can change that if we want to. Or actually, maybe I went with that darker gold the last time. All right, and if you want bold and italics, that's okay. Now, the next step is, okay, it didn't tell me to do anything, color the title, but that's okay. And now it tells us to go to the chart area. And so we're on the chart area. And note that says format chart area, and we want to go to fill and use a gradient fill. And I don't know whether you want to go with the gray or the gold or the whatever that you want to try. Oh, I don't like that one. Don't take that one. That's a little bit easier to read. Now it said choose linear and change the angle. Now if you don't want linear, you can choose whatever you like, okay? I'm not worried about that. I'm just trying to put the angle around here to get the colors right. Okay, might be able to go like that. I don't know what angle you'll come up with, but whatever you choose is good. All right. Okay, so now it said remove the legend. So I'm going to click on the legend here and press delete. All right, the legend is gone. And now it asks me to add a data table. Okay, so remember, go to design, add chart element, and you want a data table. And remember, we always say with legend keys. So now you should see sales and marketing and research and development, and you can't see that legend key. I'm going to change my preset. Whoa, hold on here. I want to be in my chart area. I'm going to change the preset to either this one. No. I'm going to go with the gray. And I'll put linear on it, and I'm going to change the angle. I'm bringing it around to decide what I want here. Okay, I think I'll leave it like that. All right, so I've got the angle there that I like. All right, and now you can see the legend keys here on sales and marketing, on research and development. All right, so got that done. Now, this time it says format the walls with a gradient of your choice, and it says format the floor of the chart. All right, so here's what I want to say to you. All right, we go to the Format tab, and we're going to go and choose. Now, if you choose walls, there should be choose walls, then, and you choose a gradient fill, let's say I go with the yellow walls. Okay, there's the yellow, and both walls were done. All right, now go Control Z. You may want that, and go Control Z. You may want that, okay? But this time I want you to go to Format, and I want you to choose the back wall. So on the back wall, I'm going to go to Gradient Fill, and I think I'll use the yellow on the back wall, okay? Then I want to go to the side wall, and I want to use a Gradient Fill, and if I choose yellow again, that's what it'll look like on the end wall. Or I could put green on the end wall. No, that doesn't look very good. Okay, let's try blue. Okay, we could put a hint of blue on the end wall. But you can choose what you want there, or you can do them, as I say, the both walls. So now if I go back and I choose walls, and I choose the yellow, then I've got them both yellow. So maybe I'll go with that. All right, but at least you know there's a difference, okay? And now what else did it tell us to do? Oh, the floor. Okay, so once again, I'm going to, now if I can select the floor, then I would choose it, but it's easier to go to Format and say select the floor for me. So there's the floor, and now go to a Gradient Fill, and what are we going to choose here? Well, if we choose the yellow, I think that's all right. I'll leave the yellow there. All right, and now the next one is, okay, here it says select the series Sales and Marketing. Okay, so select the series Sales and Marketing. So Sales and Marketing is the blue series, okay? And now I want you to watch here. This is very careful, or you need to watch this very carefully, okay? So now I've got the series selected, all right? And I'm going to go to Series Options right here. Now, when I play with the gap depth, that's going to change the width of the floor, okay? So watch. You see what the floor is. Look right along there, the floor, okay? All right, so now when I play with the gap depth and I drag it up, do you see it get wider? Okay, I'm at 307% and it got wider, okay? If I drag this back, it gets smaller. So that's the width of the floor that you're changing, okay? The depth is what you're changing. And the side wall gets longer, okay? Watch the side wall. As I drag it back, it gets skinnier. See, the side wall is really skinny, and so is the floor. The floor changes the same width as the side wall, okay? Is basically what. So you pick out something that you like, all right? Now, watch the gap width. That's different, okay? Now, it makes your cones get smaller or they get larger, okay? So watch. I'm going to go back here. I'm at 82%, okay? There they are. They're quite, actually, I'll go back a little bit more. Okay, do you see how look at the bottoms of the cones. Look at the size of the cones here, all right? Look at the size. Keep your eyes on there, okay? Now watch. As I drag, okay, as I drag, and I'll go up about here. Do you see the cones getting smaller? Their base got smaller because they got skinnier. Okay, and if I go even more, they got skinnier yet. And if I go even more, it's really skinny. All right, so that basically it's a skinny column. Okay, and the gap width, if I come back here, I get a fatter column, a wider column. All right, so can you see how the cylinders changed? So the gap width, you want to keep your cylinders to a reasonable size, and the gap depth is the width of the floor. So play with those, make sure that you know them, okay? So the depth is the floor, okay? And the width is the size of the cone. Look at the base of the cone or the base of the column. All right, so you've played with that, and so that's all we have to do there. So let's go back to sheet 1 here and click here and go Control S to save. And now I will assume that you will go and put on your headers and footers. I've already put mine on so that I didn't have to waste time doing that, okay? So I'm going to select chart 1 here. Oh, hey, I got an extra one that I don't need. So I'm going to right click and delete it. Yes. Okay, so now I've got chart 2, and here we could call this our budget chart, just for a name to have. Alright, so now let's select the 2 sheets and let's see what we've got here. So we're going to go to File and we're going to go to Print. And so, okay, I haven't done my headers and footers on there. Oh, I have got time, so I'll do that. And then if I come over here to sheet 2, there's the first of that sheet. Remember, we put the one on here. And if we go to sheet 3, there's the other one that we put at the top. Alright, so I'm going to go back for mine, and I'm going to do my header footer, and you do yours. So I'm going to go to header footer, and I'll put in my first and last name, and shift home, and I'm going to make it size 20. You can make yours whatever size you want. I'm going to go with that gold color just because it's part to make it all coordinated. And sans serif, yeah, I'll go with that font, that's okay. And then I want to be here, and I want the date and the time. And then here we want the sheet name, and we want to say page spacebar OF spacebar pages. Alright, say okay. And custom footer, we want the path and file name, and I'm going to go shift home and size it down to size 8. Okay, so size it down to size 8 and say okay and okay. Alright, so now I've got the headers on everything. They're on page 2 there and on page 3, and I think you'll have the same. Alright, so that's what we should have had on that one, so that was good. Ungroup your sheets. Always try to remember to do that. Ungroup your sheets. So I've got the budget chart, and if I want to drag it, remember, I can drag it to the right side. So here's my sheet 1 with my data, and here's my budget chart that I did on a new sheet. Alright, that's good. So we'll stop there. I'll save it, and that's it.